Hi students, in today's session we are going to discuss about insurance advantages and its limitations and life insurance policy advantages and different kinds of life insurance policies that are available for the insureds. Right. In the last session we already discussed about what is an insurance is. Insurance is a contract between insurer and insured. Who is an insurer? Insurer is the person who takes the risk, who takes the responsibility to compensate the risk for the insured, which is nothing but protection from the risk that is arising out of an future uncertain event. Then the insurers are nothing but the insurance companies. Whereas who is an insured? Insured is the person who is seeking the risk protection is called as insured. So, insurance is a contract between insurer and insured to pay a certain sum of money on the happening of a future uncertain event in consideration of premium which is paid by the insured to insurer. And we already discussed what are the different principles of an insurance. Before we are entering into a contract, we have to consider all those principles. Okay, so coming to the today's topic, is the insurance is advantageous for the persons or for business organizations or government? Yes, undoubtedly insurance is the advantageous for persons, business organizations and government and even the society. Okay, so what are the advantages that an insurance policy is giving towards the members of the society? Here members of the society comprises, they are maybe insureds, which means common people, or the business persons, those who are doing production and distribution activities or who are in the form of rendering services, and government. Okay, so there are different kinds of advantages are there through the insurance policies. Okay, so we are discussing that. Insurance advantages. Okay, so the first advantage of insurance is it encourages saving habit. Encourages saving habit. Here, persons are doing several tasks to earn money. Those are all called as economic activities. By way of occupation or by way of employment or by doing business they are getting incomes, right? So from that income they are dealing with the expenses that they need to pay. Everyone has to meet their livelihood, right? So to meet the livelihood, what they are doing is they are paying out of their incomes, and there is certain sum of money which is in the form of savings. Here what happens, if you are taking an insurance policy from the insurer, you need to pay premium periodically. You need to pay premium periodically. What is a premium? Premium is nothing but the amount which you need to pay to the insurer to get the risk protection. The periodical payment may differ. It may be of monthly payment, or it may be of twice in the year, or it may be of one time for a year. Okay, so by way of paying this periodical payment, the person kept certain amount aside to pay that premium. So here, by taking an insurance policy, it increases the saving habit of the persons, not only persons, even for the business organizations also. They have to put aside a certain sum of money, because here there is a need, they have to pay the premium, then only the policy is going on run, otherwise it may be not considered as a running policy. So, LIC or the insurance will encourage us the saving habit of the persons, and it provides certainty. Provides certainty. The basic or advantage of the insurance policies is providing certainty. We know that future is uncertain. We cannot estimate 100% about the changes or the incidents that will occur in the future. So, we are operating our business organization in the uncertain events. Maybe if all things are goes right, we are getting some revenues. If those are not happening like that, if there is a problem or if there is an accident or if there is a health problems for persons, all these will affect. If we are taking LIC policy, if you are not taking the LIC policy, that person is the key person for the family who is earning income, then he may fall ill. What happens? The revenue or the income source is nullified for that family. So, there is an uncertain events which occurs in the course of actions that we are doing. So, the policies, what they changes is the uncertain events are become certain if you are taking the insurance policy. Here, the insurers gives guarantees. If you are facing the uncertain event which is prescribed in the policy, we are there to give assurance. We are there to give compensation. You need not to worry. How much policy you have taken, you will got that much of amount depending upon the loss which is occurs to you. So, it makes the uncertain events into certain things. Okay, this is one of the advantage of insurance. And next one is distribution of loss. Distribution of loss. Here, by way of taking insurance policy, the insurers distributes the loss which is occurred to a party to the several parties who have to face that. Here the distribution loss is takes among those persons who have to face that loss. So, it is one of the advantage of insurance. Okay, and the next one is it provides security. Provides security. Insurance policies provide security to the persons or the business organizations. How they are providing securities? Simply, the business, if we taking an example of business, it may have some risk factors by way of transportation, or when you are storing your products in the warehouses, due to the short circuit, all these things will happen in the business organization. So, if there is that problem, what the business organization is think about the risk factor, and they are not properly do the activities which are required to the business success. They only focus on how we have to arrest that risk. But if you take the insurance policy, then your focus will be on the activities of the business rather than the risk. because you have some assurance. If there is any risk arises, or if there is any risk arises out of an uncertain event, the compensation that will come from the insurance companies. So it provides security to the business organizations and for the persons in case of LIC policies. Okay, and next one, assist in capital formation. Assist in capital formation. Here the insured pays premium towards the insurers. Okay, the collection of that premium will be invested in different companies, different profit earning companies by insurance companies. For example, there are three persons A, B, C. They are paying premium towards some XYZ company. It is an insurance company. Here A is paying 10,000, B also paying 10,000 and C is paying 5,000. The total amount is 25,000. This is towards XYZ company. These 25,000 rupees is combined, and this company will invest this amount to another company, that is in the profit earning companies. Profit earning companies, or those companies which gives the more returns, where the return on investment is very high. So here the company invests those amount in another profit earning companies. So it encourages or it assists in the capital formation for the country. Okay, and the next one is, it is one of the advantage, right? And the next one is provides social security. It provides, insurance policy will provide the social security to the persons. It gives a booster to fight against the poverty. It is a big evil. Okay, we have to fight against the poverty and ill health problems, or some of the disabilities, or the risk that are arising from the different business activities. So it gives the social security towards the person who takes that policy. Okay, and the next one is promotes thrift. Here promotes thrift means the saving habits. Saving habits. It increases the saving habit for the persons. Okay, these are the different advantages that an insurance policy can give to us. The first one is encourages saving habit, because the insured have to pay premium in the periodical installments. Then it increases the saving habit, because you have to put some amount aside to meet the premium payments. Okay, and next one, provides certainty. It provides certainty from the events which are arises in the future. We know that future is uncertain. And next one, distribution of losses. The loss which is occurs to a person will be distributed among the all the members. Okay, and it provides security. Provides security to the persons if it is a LIC policy, and organizations, even business organization is also run by persons, right? So it provides security to those who takes that policy. Next, it assists in capital formation. The amount that are paid towards the premium will be invested in some other company which gives the more return on their investments. And it provides social security to fight against the evil power of the society, evils of the societies, that is poverty, unemployment, all these will. Okay, and it promotes the thrift, the saving habit for the insureds. Okay, these are the advantages. Now we may have the doubt, is there any disadvantages of LIC insurance or not? Yes, definitely there are some disadvantages which are of minor. The first one is the sharing of loss. Disadvantages. These are very minor when compared with advantages. The first one is sharing of loss among the members. Here what we are saying, that distribution of loss takes place between the members, those who are facing a particular risk, but it becomes the disadvantages for the insurance policy, because so many persons, they are not interested that the risk which they are bearing is not theirs, which means they are distributing the loss among the members, which will reduce the return on their investment. Here the return on the investment will decreases because of the sharing of loss among the members. And next one, lack of confidence. Lack of confidence. The person who are taking the insurance policies, they are not confident regarding that insurance companies. Some of the persons, or maximum many of the persons, invest their amount in the banks or other financial institutions rather than taking a policy. They feels that it is not that much of confident to invest your amount in the insurance companies. So better we invest our amounts in the banks or other financial institutions. They may think in that way because of the lack of confidence on the some of the insurance companies. And reduce or the reduction of real value of money. Reduction in the reduction in the real value of the money. Here the insured have to pay premium towards the insurer, right, in the periodical payments. Of course the policy amount is higher, but when we complete the time that are required to get those amount, at that time the value of that amount may be that much of high. Here the value of the rupee is got decreases, which means, for example, we take in the policy in the year of 2000 for 2 lakhs. In 2000, the person A takes a policy amount of 2 lakhs. It will mature in 15 years, which means they will get 2 lakhs in 2015. At this time, when you are entering into a insurance contract, the 2 lakhs maybe is very high amount, you feel like that. When that time will comes, the maturity time, then that 2 lakhs may be of not that much of valued, because the value of the money is got reduced. These are the limitations or the disadvantages of the insurance policies. So sharing of loss among the members, some of the members will not accept this because their return on investment will got decreases. And lack of confidence, the person doesn't have the confidence towards the insurance companies. They often invest their amount in the banks or other institutions. And reduction in the real value of money. Here the value of money will got decreased because of the time span. Okay, so these are the advantages and disadvantages of insurance policies. And then the next topic is life insurance or the LIC. These are very easy topics and general topics. So you can easily learn these topics, right? And you make a notes of each and everything that are explained in the class. So here we consider it as a types of insurance. Types of insurance. Two types. Life insurance policies, and the second one is non-life insurance policies. Life insurance policies and non-life insurance policies. Non-life insurance policies are divided into two types, that is fire insurance and marine insurance. Fire insurance and marine insurance. These are the different types of insurance policies that we have. Okay, first one, life insurance policy. As the name indicate, here the person insures their life because the life itself is uncertain. Right, we don't know what is happening in the future. So here the person wants to get some risk protection which arises out of a future uncertain event. So by considering that, persons may take life insurance policies. And coming to the non-life insurance policies. As the name indicate, it is not for insurance of the lives of the persons. It is for the business organizations. These are classified into two types, fire insurance and marine insurance. As the name indicate, fire insurance, we are seeking the protection against the fire accident. Here, the reason for the destruction of the products may take place towards the fire or the ignition. Those are called as fire insurance policies. And next one, marine insurance. In this, some of the raw materials that we are purchasing from outside of the country, or some of the products that we are producing and we are selling those to another countries. In some situations, as we know that about international trade, when you are dealing with international trade activities, the goods are supplied towards the ships by using waterways. At that time, there may be chance to arise some of the cyclones or some of the risk factors that relating to either ship or the climatic conditions. Right. So if we seeking protection from such risk, that is called as marine insurance. Okay, it is the classification of insurance. The first one is life insurance policies and second one is non-life insurance policies. In life insurance policies, here the person insures his life, whereas in non-life insurance policies, these are belongs to the business organizations. Here they take two types of insurance policies, fire insurance and marine insurance. Here fire insurance is for the uncertain events that occurs arising from the fire or that occurs because of the fire. Whereas in the marine insurance, which deals with the international trade activities by using some of the waterways transport. If there is any uncertain risk event occurs, it gives protection from that. It may be of ship or it may be for voyage, a specific voyage. Okay, it is the classification of insurance. Now we are going to discuss about the LIC, life insurance, and the next topic is life insurance. Here, as the name indicates, we are insuring our lives, or the people are insuring their lives, because life itself uncertain. We don't know what happens in the future. If the family is maintained or run by a person, the key person for the family who is earning revenue may fall in some of the health problems, or the untimely death of the person will let the family in the crisis. Those are the which are arising from the financial issues. So here the person may takes an policy towards their life. Here life insurance policies, also known as life assurance policies. Life assurance policies. Because the loss or the risk is certain, but which arises at the uncertain time. Here in life insurance, what we are insuring? Our lives. So the loss is certain. What I am saying here? The loss is certain, which means the death of the person certain. We can't live long lives. Okay, there may be some point when we have to leave our body, right? So the life insurance policies, the loss for the insured is certain, but which happens at an uncertain moment in the future. We don't know when the death will comes to us, right? So that's why we called life insurance policies as life assurance policies, because the loss or the risk is certain. Definitely it happens. Okay, then the definition of the LIC, life insurance, is according to R.S. Sharma. According to R.S. Sharma, he defined life insurance as it is a contract. Life insurance is a contract between insurer and insured, whereby the insured in consideration of premium that are paid in lump sum or in periodical installments at which they have to pay an annuity of certain sum of money on expiry of certain specific time or death of the insured, whichever is earlier. This is the definition of life insurance that is given by R.S. Sharma. According to him, life insurance is a contract. We know that to form a contract, we required two persons. The minimum requirement of form a contract is two persons. Here those two persons are insurer and insured. Whereby the insured, here insured means the person who is giving protection towards certain risk. Insurer. The person who is giving protection against a future uncertain event. Okay, whereby the insurer in consideration of, they are getting some consideration. What is that consideration? Premium. Insurers get consideration of premium from insured. Premium that are paid. How we are paying premium towards the insurer? Either in lump sum, which means we are paying whole amount at once, or in periodical installment. We are paying premium either in lump sum or in periodical installments, which means it may be of 3 months or it may be of 6 months, like this. Periodical installments at which they have to pay. By taking premium as a consideration from the insured, the insurer have to pay an annuity of certain sum of money. Which is specified in the policy. We also know that sum assured, which means the face value of the policy. Certain sum of money on when they are paying that money, expiry of certain specific time. When we are entering into a LIC policy, then we have to specify the time tenure when the policy got matures. Right? At the end of the certain specific time, or death of the insured, whichever is earlier. If the person is still alive after completion of the specific time tenure, then those amount is given to the insured. If the person is not alive, which means the specific time period is still on running, but meanwhile the insured may got an accident, or he may got injured, or he may got an accident which leads to death of that particular person, then those amount is given to the nominee who is specified in the policy. So this is the definition of life insurance that is given by R.S. Sharma. According to this definition, there are three important elements, that is, there must be two parties. It is a contract between two parties, insurer and insured. Here second thing is insured pays. Insured pay premium to insurer. This is the second thing. And next one, here the insurer pays the sum money as annuity towards the insured in case the death of the insured, those amount is paid to the nominee. Okay, these are the three things that will appear in the definition. Then, what are the advantages of life insurance policies? Next one is, what are the advantages of life insurance policies? Advantages of LIC or life insurance policies okay, here the first advantage of life insurance is it encourages saving habit. It encourages saving habits. Already I explained this in the advantages of the insurance. Here the person who is earning income, they need to meet certain expenses. Here when you are taking the insurance policy, you need to pay premium towards the insurer in the periodical installments. Then what happens? From your income, you kept a certain money as a premium towards the payment of the payment of the premium. So then it encourages the saving habits of the persons. And there is a change in the expenses, or there is a change in the saving pattern of the persons because of insurance policies. Okay, and the next one is protection to family members. Protection to family members. Life insurance policy gives protection to the family members. Here we have to note that if the family is run by person, he is only the person who earns the revenue and who run that family. So if in such cases the person may got a death, or he may got injured, and he may got disabled for not doing any activities, then the family may faces the financial crisis. So the untimely death of the insured will affect the family. So it gives the protection to the family members. If we are taking LIC or the life insurance policies, then it gives protection if we are not there, but the family will have those facilities if we are there, right? So it is one of the advantages, protection to family members. And next one, tax benefits. Tax benefits. The payment of the premium towards life insurance policy is exempted from the tax. We need not to pay any tax. There are tax reductions in the payment of the premium towards LIC policies. Okay, and capital formation. Capital formation. It is also discussed in the advantages of the insurance. By way of collecting the premiums from the different persons in the small denominations, they pool that resources as a big amount, and those amount is got invested in the profit giving organizations. Okay, so it leads to capital formation to the companies, which leads to the industrial development. When the industrial development is taking place, then economy will got developed. Okay, and next one, social security. Social security. There are different kinds of policies that are available in life insurances. Right, so there are certain policies which gives protection from the accidents, or there are certain policies which gives the assistance of their children's education and their marriages. So, it provides social security to the policy holders. Okay. Then encourages efficiency. Here the amount which we are paying towards premium is got invested in some other companies, for example. Then what happens? The efficiency of that particular organization may got increases, right? So these are the different advantages of the LIC policies. And the next topic is, what are the different types of LIC or the different types of LIC policies. LIC policies types. First one, whole life policy. Whole life policy. The second one, endowment policy. Endowment policy. And third one, joint life policy. Fourth one, annuity policy. Annuity policy. Next one, children's endowment policy. These are the different kinds of life insurance policies. The first one is whole life policy. As the name indicates, it runs throughout the life of the insured. The specific time period may be of this is 20 to 30 years. 20 to 30 years. The payment of premium is low and covers high risk. Premium payment is low. Premium payment is low, whereas it covers high risk. Covers high risk. It is runs towards the whole life of the policy. So the amount after death of the person, the amount is given to the nominee, those who are specified in particular policy. Okay. And next one, endowment policy. Here the policy is run for a specific time period or specific years. We mention those years in advance when we are entering into a contract. Here the policy amount given to the insured after completion of that specific time period or the death of the person which occurs earlier. For example, there is a person A who has taken an endowment policy for 10 years. For 10 years. If A is still alive after completion of the 10 years, then the amount is paid to the A because he is still alive, but the specific time span that they came into a contract is completed. Then the insurer has to pay those amount to A. Then next, those A person and 10 years of the span, here 5 years are completed, which means A paid premium for 5 years. Then what happens? A got expired. A got expired. Here another 5 years of premium is need not to pay. Here the amount of the policy is given to the B who is a nominee of A. It is called as endowment policy. Here the money is given to the insured after completion of the specific time period or if those person who has taken the policy has got expired, then those amount is paid to the insured's nominee. Okay, and the next one is joint life policy. Joint life policy. Here the name indicate joint. Here the policy is taken for the lives of the two or more members, especially of two members. For example, there is a wife and husband A and B. They join together, take an LIC policy. Okay, those policies called as joint life policy. Here, after death of one person, the policy amount is given to the next person, which means here in the policy time A got expired. Then the policy amount is given to the B, or otherwise B got expired, then the policy amount is given to the A. This is called as joint life policy. Okay, and the next one is annuity policy. Here in the definition of the life insurance, we discussed that the premium may be paid either lump sum or in periodical installment. In the annuity policy, the premium is paid in lump sum, which means the actual amount of the policy is paid first by the insured towards the insurer. Then onwards, the insurance company may give certain sum of money annuity as installment basis up to his life or up to specific time period. For example, there is a person X who deposited the lump sum amount of 2 lakhs. Here the amount is deposited by X towards the insurers. Then next onwards, from certain time period onwards, the insurance company will pay towards the X certain sum of money on the installment base up to his lifespan or up to the specific time period. This is called as annuity policy. And the next one is children's endowment policy. This is taken by the persons because of their children's education or marriage. This policy will get mature at the time of specific period, or the children may attain a specific age. For example, there is a person Y. He had taken the children's endowment policy. At the time his daughter is of 5 years. The policy is taken for the her daughter when she completes 22 years of age. Then when the children's endowment policy will get matured after his daughter getting 22 years of age, the children's endowment policy will get matured and those amount is given to that persons. This is basically for the education or marriages of their children. So these are the different types of LIC policies. Once again, whole life policy, in which the payment of premium is low, which covers the high risk. Here the payment is made done for the 20 to 30 years. Here the payment means premium payments. It runs throughout the policy holder's life. When endowment policy, the policy will mature after completion of the specific time period or the death of the person which arises first. And in the joint life policy, the policy is taken on the lives of the two persons. If one person has got died, then that amount is given to the next person. Annuity policy, in this the amount is deposited as a lump sum first and the insurance company pays premium in the the insurance company pays the annuity in the basis of installments. Then children's endowment policy, it is for the children's marriage and education. So we discussed the advantages of insurance and LIC, its advantages and types.